Siddique Azad Baloch. He is a very prominent Baloch political leader. He is the General Secretary of Baloch People's Congress, and he is a journalist. He's a writer. He's a very well-known Balochi linguist, and he has written poetry and other sort of articles, books about the Balochi language. He himself has been a victim by participating in the Baloch struggle since his childhood, and he has also lost his a family member, Waja Siddique Azad, while he was a student in Sweden just in this year. So, respected Waja Siddique Azad Baloch, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Marijan. I'm very grateful to all of you for listening to the painful voice of Balochistan. It is unfortunate that many influential countries of the world and their effective institutions are having full knowledge of all around wounds and losses, but they close their ear and avoid hearing the painful screams to Christ Balochistan. Balochistan has been besieged by aggressors on all sides. Aggressors are burning up their cause, and the whole world is watching the scenario. A war of liberation from aggressor is going on in Balochistan since 1947, and many people in this knowledgeable world are aware of it, and many people have heard about it. The problem of Balochistan are very complex and intricate. Occupying forces want to play many games with one arrow. They want to consume not only the land of Balochistan.
So, continue for that.
Language and literature of Balochistan, and make the new generation ignorant and alienate from their past, their history, and the glorious deeds of their ancestors. There is a famous quotation from the celebrated Sikh Republican poet Milan Kundera, and I quote, "The first step in liquidating a people is to erase its memory, destroy its book, its culture, its history, then have somebody write new books, manufacture a new culture, invent a new history. Before long, the nation will begin to forget what it is and what it was. The world around it will forget even faster. And the same is happening in case of Balochistan today. Pakistan military intelligence agencies has recruited serial and self-proclaimed writers at home and abroad to divert attention from the Baloch national struggle by tempering, altering, and distorting Baloch history and literature at the academic level. The malicious intention is to sidetrack the Baloch intelligentsia from the real issue and keep them occupied in irrelevant discussions. They are hiring acquisitive spokespersons, writers, and self-styled historians to visit universities all over the world and deliver ambiguous and erroneous representation regarding Baloch history and literature. According to the latest media report, the Islamic Republic of Iran has also moved the name of Balochistan from social studies textbooks. in order to de-identify the Baloch people. And instead of Balochistan, they had mentioned the name of Sistan. Sistan is a small region of Balochistan, but since the Islamic Republic wants to remove the name of Balochistan and eradicate the civilization and culture of Baloch nation. So, Balochistan leading through 1,000 wounds. Balochistan seems to be a land of missing persons, where people are disappeared for no reason. There is a long history of enforced disappearances in Pakistan-occupied Balochistan. While thousands of Baloch have been abducted and disappeared since its illegal occupation, hundreds of others have been eliminated in the line of Pakistan's kill and dump policy. Thousands still remain unaccounted for. Due to the silence of the civilized world and human rights organizations and lack of media access in Balochistan, this issue has been suppressed until this day. Persons go missing for years and no one knows if they are alive or have been killed and buried in mass graves. The state of Pakistan has originated a policy of targeting the women and family members, which is an act of collective punishment and the war crimes under Geneva Convention. The silence of world community on these war crimes and large-scale human rights violations in the region has given impunity to Pakistan to commit all kinds of crimes without being held responsible. The surge and unlawful killing of Baloch people has taken the brutalities to an unprecedented level. According to a report of Amnesty International, enforced disappearances continue with impunity in Balochistan. The Vice Chairman of European Union Parliament delegation, Mr. Mark Tarabella, wrote in a report that European Union cannot ignore the dire human rights situation in Balochistan. He wrote in the European Union Parliament magazine, the main victims of this violence are the people of Balochistan who are being systematically targeted by paramilitary forces sponsored by Pakistan authorities. Thousands of people have gone missing from the region since early 2000 and hundreds of those have disappeared or upon found their dead bodies on a roadside or in a ravine. Abduction include women and children, particularly those who are related to campaigners and political workers. It's the daily routine of Pakistan. The people upon are taken from their homes by military and kept in isolation for weeks, sometimes even months. They are then moved to illegal detention centers run and supervised by the military. The actual number of disappearances might be much higher than the known because families are often reported. They generally believe that if they disclose disappearances, they will either never get their missing relatives again or will find their dead bodies. Baloch mothers, sisters, widows, and their children are enduring severe emotional, spiritual, mental, and social distress. No doubt, enforced disappearance have been a dark stain on Pakistan's human rights record, despite the pledge of successive government outlaw the practice, but nothing has been done so far. In the meantime, Pakistan is now practicing the method of enforced disappearance in abroad and the Baloch diaspora. Recently, a prominent Baloch journalist and activist Sajid Hussain was disappeared from Sweden on 2nd March 2020. His body was found in the river in Uppsala on 1st May 2020. Sajid Hussain was a significant voice of the Baloch diaspora. He used to work on human rights issues in Balochistan, documenting enforced disappearances by the Pakistan agencies. And according to a report issued by Reporters Without Borders, they suspect that Sajid Hussain might have been abducted by Pakistan ISI. Previously, another Baloch social activist, Rashid Hussain, was arrested and disappeared from Sharjah by UAE Secret Agency on 26 December 2018. Rashid had been living and working in UAE for several years. He was illegally deported and handed over to Pakistani authorities at the United States by the time. According to being an increase in case of Baloch women being targeted by security. Pakistan military rulers are frightened of Balochistan capable and talented youth and have launched a new strategy to eliminate them by assassination through their nefarious terrorist organization. Recently, some promising and a young university student Hayat Baloch and a young lady journalist, TV anchor and artist Shahina Shaheen. Human rights observers have noted that absence of explicit legislation criminalizing enforced disappearances in domestic law only aggravates the situation. Baloch women and even children are being detained by forces and local army camps. Protest campaigns and calls for local justice and international support has had no effect. Women and children set up a protest camp in front of Quetta Press Club and the capital city of Balochistan in 2009 and have maintained their way. In one of my last speeches in this forum, I have spoken about Mama Kadir. Mama Kadir, who is 72 years old, has made history by breaking the 84-year-old record of Mahatma Gandhi. Mahatma Gandhi started his 390 kilometers march from Ahmedabad to Dundee in India against the British government in 1930. Whereas Mama Kadir Baloch, with his 30 into a age of women and children, has traveled more than 2,000 kilometers on foot from Quetta and reached Islamabad after 3 months for the release of the Baloch missing person. Starting his long march from Quetta to Islamabad on October 27, 2013, with the hope to raise awareness about human rights violations in Balochistan and demand the recovery of their missing relatives. Mahatma Gandhi's 390 kilometers protest march liberated India from enslavement, but Mama Kadir's 2,000 kilometer long march has not discovered any Baloch missing person from Pakistan. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to divert your attention and urge you that Balochistan had an issue, the issue of liberation. No amount of extrajudicial killing enforced